What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Perfect Bag. Today, a live stream. Ask me anything. We're going to be chit-chatting. Macy says, and I just know I'm going to butcher pronunciations of names. Correct me. Please correct me. Macy with a J. Macy Masige? Anyway, 1:30 Central European time. Thank you for staying up late. Much appreciated. Or getting up early. Probably staying up late. And yeah, found a good use for the skate straps. I don't skate, so we'll toss a little play button in there. I will probably not keep that there. I don't necessarily need the play button to be showing. Bill, what's up? Hello. Everybody, make sure you say hi. I want to know who's here. Want to know who I'm chatting with. I've got some plans of some things I wanted to cover today and talk through today. And we've got a big drawing, switching from Indian Wells to bags. We've got a big drawing coming up, the Jansport Watchtower giveaway. Let me go get that real quick. Should have had that ready to go. Boom, there we go. Somebody out there, somebody is going to win my sweet, sweet bag. Not me. Hello. Good to see you. Make sure you tell me where you're from. You don't have to like give me your street address, but country would be good. That would be awesome. I'd love to know where all the viewers are from. Hello, 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 hello. But this is the Jansport Watchtower Hippie Tree Collab Edition. So cool. And did you know? Look at this. Did you know that there is a thermal layer in this bag? So you can toss food items in there and it'll hold. Just ingenious. But this one is in not mint, but pretty damn near mint condition. So somebody out there, Warsaw, all right. Somebody out there is going to win just an amazing bag. Boston, cool. Wicked awesome. Bill's outside of Seattle. Love that town. I spent a lot of time in Seattle in my career. A lot of time. All right. Well, looks like we got a good crew to start the live stream. The theme today is Ask Me Anything. And so really we can do anything that you all want. You can ask about the channel. You certainly can ask about any bags or news or things in the bag industry, the bag world. I really want to leave it up to y'all to guide the discussion today. Certainly I'll bring forward some things for slow moments. But right off the bat, those of you who are the early arrivals in the chat, make sure you say hi, but then let's jump right in. I'd love to hear what's on your mind, anything you're curious about the perfect bag, about me, about the bag industry. I'm here for it and I'm excited for it. And let's dive right in and do the dang thing. So, and I think we got like I want to say like a 10-second delay. I didn't set it up that way, but I think it just is that way. And so if I don't respond like boom immediately, that's why there's a little bit of delay between the words coming out of my mouth and me seeing comments in the chat. So we'll kick things off with y'all's questions as soon as they start flowing through. And let's see, we've got 11 people early on in the chat. So make sure you say hi. And I do want to show you, I picked up, there were 3 bags in this series, not counting the little pouches that came inside the bags. I did pick up one of the other bags the other day. So I did want to show you all that. So hold on a second. I'll grab that. I did want to show you that other Jansport bag. There we go. All right. So this one is a smaller, simpler bag, but you can see the name of the collaboration was actually Surf and Stone. And the colorway is kind of ocean and shore inspired, little surf and turf inspiration for the bag. Yeah, another good looking bag in this collaboration series, but this one is a half zip. And just a really cool colorway. Let me see if I can show you the print that's in here. There you go. Pine cones, pine trees, flowers, eagles over mountains. Like really, really cool. JanSport just doesn't do them like this anymore. It's a shame. It's a shame. I would really love to see that bag company, that bag brand, spin back out of its parent company and become its own company again, become its own brand. I don't think it's going to happen because usually that requires a founder to get back involved, that sort of thing. And in this case, that's not happening with JanSport, unfortunately. But all right, go ahead and toss any questions that you all have in the chat. And if you don't have any questions at all about anything in the universe, certainly we'll talk about a few things that are on my mind, but that's going to make this a really short live stream if there are no questions for an Ask Me Anything. And I did make some announcements, so we'll talk about those. And I did tease that we will be talking in a little bit here about a bag that I just got in today, and I teased it on the channel. Gosh, I teased it on the channel 4 weeks ago, and I said, oh my God, I found a bag that is unlike anything else that's out there. And then it got lost in customs, and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the bag to arrive, and it arrived today. So we can talk a little bit about that and do a little bit of reveal on that. So I'm excited about that and anything else that's on y'all's mind. And I do want to show off another cool bag that just arrived. Just got this one in. I'll show you this in just a second. W Punchies said, best bang for your buck sold new EDC 20-liter bag. Are you talking about, and we'll just do a little back and forth here. Are you talking about a backpack or any bag? Probably a backpack because you said 20 liters, but I just want to make sure that I get that right. I was just talking to a coworker about this very same topic. Like, what's the their budget was under $200, and we were kind of going back and forth about, you know, what can you get that's high quality backpack, good stuff. What can you get in that range that's dependably high quality and isn't going to let you down? And you didn't say $200. You said best bang for your buck. But that, I think, puts it in the sub $200 category, because you're not going to find something that's $300 that is good bang for your buck. You'll find excellent bags, but not bang for your buck, I don't think, in that territory. I'll give you a couple of answers that are on my mind. The first one is Sea Tactical. I don't think you'll be shocked about that. I've been on Sea Tactical since I started this channel pretty much, and I've collaborated with them. Very, very cool brand with a lot of cool stuff that they've got going on. But in terms of bang for your buck, Sea Tactical really up there. And so I think you can go a couple of ways with this question. The first way is just pure value, pure value. So Sea Tactical would be in there. Packet Packers would be in there. And I think those are low dollar investments, high bag return. The one that I'd toss in there that isn't quite low dollar, but I just keep, surprise. I like the wild card Green Room 136 Rainmaker. And in terms of bang for your buck, it's not a cheap bag, but there is not another way to get a very, very customized, and it's not fully custom, because if you're buying a Northseeker or a Rainmaker, but the smaller size of the Northseeker in a wild card edition is great bang for your buck because you get to customize it to the nth degree. So I think those would be my answers: Sea Tactical, Packet Packers, and then the Green Room 136 North Seeker in the wild card format. And I'm just partial to this one. I've got a couple. I've got another one over here that's in EPX. And I've got the By Your Command North Seeker on the way. Can't wait for that. All right, we got some more questions. Thanks for tossing them in here. I'll get to every question. And if I didn't get to your question, just remind me, pester me. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. All right. Let's see here. Squalid 5298. I appreciate your reviews from LBB and Packet Packers. I got a bag from both of them and love them. What do you think about BAA bag making from Southeast Asia, especially inexpensive but great options? I'm assuming that's a typo and it's bag making rather than ba making, unless there is a brand that I don't know about that is BAH. Yeah, all my favorite bag companies are Asian, I guess is the way that I would say that. All of them. We've got Green Room 136 from Malaysia. We've got, just a ton. We've got all the Vietnamese brands and the Vietnamese made brands that are sold in other places. We've got all the Japanese brands that I love. Then we've got, Life Behind Bars. We've got the Wasp, which is a backpack that I really, really love as well. You know what's interesting to me, though? What's really interesting to me, and I haven't quite cracked the code on why, there's not, with all the incredible bag cultures and bag companies and manufacturing around Southeast Asia, Asia in general, there's not a really fantastic Indian bag scene. And if there's anybody in the chat who has a little expertise on this, drop it for us. But that would be a country that I would think, because they've got trains and they've got crowded cities. And those are the things, and they've got a strong manufacturing base. Those are the types of things that really usually drive a bag culture. So yeah, that's an interesting one for me. That's an interesting one for me. Why aren't there great bag brands emerging from India? I would love to see that. I would love to see that. All right. Next question. What waxed canvas bag, bag's a word that I shouldn't mispronounce. What waxed canvas bag, new or old, are you excited about right now? Bonus points if it's a big messenger or briefcase. I don't know that I'm ever really excited about a messenger or briefcase. Shame on me for saying that. Shame on me for saying that. But you said specifically wax canvas. So I am going to show you. I do, by the way, if you didn't watch the used bag video that I did on the bed stew waxed canvas messenger, I really, really liked that one. But let me show you something I just got off Etsy. Hold on one second. So I just got this in off of Etsy. I got to say, I'm pretty excited about this one. So it's got in here just a laptop sleeve and a couple of little slip pockets. But I got this on kind of a clearance sale. It's got leather details and a leather bottom. And it's a vertical messenger, really more of a satchel, more of like a laptop satchel. And I'm excited to try that out and see if it's good. It came from Eastern Europe. It was made in Eastern Europe. So I'm excited to try that bag and see how it goes. Other wax canvas bags, I mean, the Olive Evergood stuff that was just announced, that's pretty gorgeous. And right here, oh, I got to clear that so you can see. There we go. Right here, that's my Evergood's wax canvas CPL 24, and I love that bag. So those of you who are going to get that olive version, pretty good price point for that. So I'm excited for more people to get that bag at an approachable price point, even though they have to wait until October. All right. W.R. Kelly says, just wanted to say thanks for all the content. You personally gave me some Rex a couple of years ago, which started the bag collecting nonsense. Sorry about that. By the way, the only bag I regret selling so far is the Sun Bear. Never sell your Sun Bear. Those of you who don't know the Sun Bear, where is it? It's right here. Oh, crap. The message is in the way again. It's right here. That's the collaboration bag. There, right down there. That was my collaboration with Sea Tactical. It was a 26-liter travel backpack. Loved that project. And we raised a lot of money with that project for Operation Smile. Provided support for some folks who needed dental surgery in Vietnam. I love that. I love that. And these are the kinds of things that I'm always going to be doing when we collaborate on this channel and make collab bags. More on that here in a little bit if you all are curious about it. But every time I collaborate, your boy won't take any money. I just refuse to. But I do want money to go to charity. So every single time that I do a collaboration project and leverage this platform, this YouTube channel to grow somebody else's business, the return that I ask is we must raise money for charity. And so we'll keep doing that. Kyla says, Clint, so happy you got to 10K subs. Keep up the good work. That's probably a typo. I got to 10K subs a while ago, but we did just hit bing, 100K. And I am very excited about that. And it's all y'all. It's not really me. It's all y'all. So thank you for continuing to watch the silly videos I put out about bags. All right. And Kylis, I see that you are timed out by Nightbot. Sorry, I have no idea why. That's the automatic mod. It'll let you back in a minute. All right. Let's see here. Bill has a question. Let's add it. Bill says, I'm curious what you think about bag fabrics. I think a lot about bag fabrics. It seems that so many slings and EDC bags are moving to X-Pack, Ultra, 1680D, huge overkill. Well, lots of thoughts. For most people, here's a huge generalization. For most people, most of these fabrics and the durability claims of these fabrics will never be tested. We don't live, big statement here, like big sweeping generalization. Most of us are not going to put these bags through the ringer the way that these fabrics say. So the failure points on bags usually aren't the fabric. The failure point on bag is usually the stitching and the quality of the attachment of the straps and the dangly bits, the handles, the zippers. That is usually the failure point of a bag. So yeah, Bill, most of these fabrics are about the look and feel of the bag that you're looking for, not necessarily about durability. Now, if you're out, on an oil rig or, driving people through the desert for your career, you're going to have to pay attention to durability. If you're an actual mountain climber, if you're through hiking the Pacific Coast Trail next year, you're going to have lots of questions, good questions about durability. For most of us, like heading to the office and heading to Starbucks and back home, you're not going to have to worry about your material. You're just going to have to worry about your straps and the failure points and stitching, and pay attention to companies that overbuild in those things rather than is 1680D better than 1000D. So is it overkill? Yeah, but it's about look and feel. Look and feel. And I think that's important because you want to love a bag. And so whether it's, Dyneema or waxed canvas or Cordura or UX10 or whatever the hell that one is, yeah, pick something that you love the feel of and the look of and that fits your vibe, I guess would be my advice. Let's see here. We've got another question. Getting tubed with a cool picture. That's cool. Is wax canvas heavy as a material for travel bags? Yes. Next question. Yeah, it is. It is. And I think the question I would have is, how are you going to travel with your bag realistically? Because if your length of carrying the bag is from the long-term parking to the gate to the overhead bin to the gate to your rental car to your hotel, it really won't matter. And you'll be fine. And you can pick any material you want. If you're going to be, hiking through cities with your bag, if you're going to be wearing it for hours of walking, then wax canvas is probably not going to be the choice that you want. I did it once. I took the 35-liter Track Store, which is a heavy wax canvas bag from Track. I took that to Japan. I was not as happy on that trip with my bag as I was the next trip out with a very much lighter bag, So yeah, it's not ideal for travel bags, with one exception. ULA Equipment, they've been effing around with wax canvas lately. Their version of a wax canvas Dragonfly, which I have one of, that is light. That's lighter than quite a few other bags on the market that are not wax canvas. So ULA Equipment getting into the wax canvas game, pretty impressive. WR Kelly says, not me. Have you checked out GoRuck shoulder bags? There you go. There you go. A recommendation from a fellow chat member. All right, here we go. Next question up. Since you switch from bag to bag often, do you actually use admin panels? For Bill, they're dead weight because everything is in pouches. Yes and no. So I use admin panels. I mean, y'all could probably rattle off what I carry, because what I show you in the videos is, except for some of the action figures and stuff that I throw into the videos for, shits and giggles. The stuff that I carry is really the stuff that I carry. So I will slip my blue light blocking glasses in, a Sharpie in, my wallet in, a pocket knife if I'm not flying. Yeah, I do use the admin panels for that, but only about 4 or 5 items. And I do typically, what you can't see is I have a desk drawer right here, and there's a lot of different compartments within this desk drawer. Can I show this? Yeah. But that little behind the scenes action. And each of these compartments there's one that's filled with knives. There's one that's filled with flashlights. There's one that's filled with mustache combs. There's one that's filled with glasses and action figures and Sharpies and a whole bunch of zipper pulls. Yeah. And so I'll usually change bags right here at the desk, the same one that I shoot my videos at, and pull out, all right, this week I'm going to carry this knife and this flashlight, and let's grab a pen and a Sharpie. So this whole desk drawer is kind of my loadout space, and I drop in the new things and I pull out the old things and rotate out what I'm carrying that week. So that's how it works for me. Let's see. Johnny Boy says, on the wax canvas topics, do you like wax canvas backpacks? Yes. And you're thinking about the CTB 30 big bag, olive green wax canvas, but I hear the weight and the back panel heat is bad. I think you hear accurately. It's not a light bag. Let's see here. This is the CPL 24. Man, I love this bag. I love this bag. It's the captain's bag. I call this one the captain's bag. I've got it all gussied up. She's a pretty lady. You can see here. Here's the back panel. It's a typical Evergoods back panel. It's not wax canvas. It's comfortable for me. The straps are comfortable for me. I like carrying this bag. It's not prohibitively heavy, but it is noticeably heavier than some bags are. But it's also noticeably cooler than most bags are as well. Like, hot damn. Look how gorgeous this bag is. Just, I mean, that might be, is this the best looking bag that I own? Maybe. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Yes, it is heavier. Yes, the back panel is a little hotter. Yes, it's still one of my favorite bags in the world. Kyla says, are there any European bag makers that you are especially fond of? I'm moving to the Netherlands. Sweet. That's amazing. Very cool. I've been to the Netherlands. I love the Netherlands. So you're moving in the next couple of months and you would love to add some stores to check out. That's a little trickier than makers, I think. Stores are tough. Stores have been tough for years, unfortunately. Especially, let's see, Dutch makers. No, I don't know Dutch bag makers. I would say this. I would say there's some cool German brands. I love the Hayes Project, which is a French brand, which is not too far from the Netherlands. The Hayes Project's one of my favorite European makers. And then Ukraine, not in the EU as of today, but Ukraine is, I mean, it's just one of the bag hotspots for bag makers and designers in the world right now, led by Paco Lab, but Paco Lab ain't alone. There's a lot of cool Ukrainian brands out there. And then in England, you've got Azo equipment. I love Azo. Not everybody is fond of Azo for poor customer service and long lead times on their bags. In terms of stores, well, it's a lot like the US. It's hard to find bags in a store. And when you do find bags in the store in the US, you're usually looking at Oakley, JanSport, North Face, that sort of situations. In the EU, you're probably going to be looking at, Decathlon, Puma, Adidas. So online's probably still going to be the way to go. I'll look though. I'll see if there are any folks who are in the Netherlands that I'm just not thinking of right now. There are probably a lot of small craft makers and kind of places that have been around forever kind of situation that we don't have here in the US. So yeah, I'll have to think on that. I don't have a great answer for you, but stores will be tough. I'll tell you that. Stores will be tough. All right. Johnny says CTB 20. Yes, I kind of thought so. I was racking my mind. Are they making a CTB 30 in olive? Forgive says hello. Hope you're doing. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. Let's see, Johnny boy, you got a Shinjuku duffel recommendation. And let's see here. And Christian, hello, Christian. Great to see you. Christian asked, the Green Room 136 shipping notification, was that the BYC North Seeker? No, I really wish it was, because of all the things that I'm waiting on from Green Room 136, and there's 3 orders that I'm waiting on, that's the one I really am dying to get. No, this shipping notification was for the 1-up version of the Sidekeep and Metro Monger. So that's what is on its way to me. Arrives tomorrow, actually. Might do an unboxing video on that, but it's not the Northseeker. I don't jump the line on any of that stuff. So when you get your going into production notice is probably the general time I'll get my going into production notice. But that's what that was. Let's see. Not Me says, I ordered the Cap 2. Listen, I did not order the backpack either because I've already got a wax canvas Evergoods backpack, but I also ordered the Cap 2. So you are in good company. I ordered that olive Cap 2 as well. Let's see. Squalid says, any thoughts on the minimal M20? I haven't really I saw that it's coming, but I haven't really taken a good look at it. I did enjoy their travel backpack. It was kind of bumblebee colorway. It had a really cool yellow back panel. It's very memorable for that. I liked the way that it opened, and I liked that yellow foam back panel. So no thoughts on it, but I'm aware of it, and I'll have to get myself a little bit better educated on it. Another question. Hi, Clint. What's your favorite bag for bad weather, like rain and snow? You just went to Washington State. Yeah, man, the Northwest. I remember going to Portland and just getting dumped on. So what's my favorite bag for bad weather? You know, I don't get a ton of bad weather here, I got to say. Kentucky's really nice. I don't want to get the secret out to everybody, but Kentucky's really nice. But I would say that my favorite bags to carry in bad weather are probably, I do like carrying my Held Closely traveler bag and day pack in bad weather. They're fairly water resistant and they hug very tight to the body, and you can even wear them under a coat. So I do like those a lot in bad weather, and I have traveled with those in bad weather. And then I also really enjoy my Northseeker in EPX. Right there. Yeah, I really like my EPX bags in bad weather as well. I'm not a stickler for the AquaGuard zippers, but I'm not out there forever in the bad weather. Christian sent a $4.99 super chat. Says, thanks for all the hard work. That is really, really kind of you, Christian. Christian's been around the channel for a long time viewer. So thank you very, very much. That is incredibly appreciated. All right. Got some good recommendations. Forgive says, I just got myself a Chio X and Ultra. Wow, is it amazing? The answer is yes, it's amazing. I know that was a statement, not a question. I turned it into a question so that I could say, yes, it's amazing. Holy crap. I love it. Obviously, I haven't used it yet. I still got the tag on it, so I'll do that. Yeah. It's amazing. And you know what's even better? I haven't loved the interior on the Chio X until now. Look at that. That tan ripstop goes so well with the Ultra. So well. But this, I may have to sell my olive Chio X. Do I keep 2 Chio X's? But it's just, I cannot wait to carry this. Cannot wait. I've got a trip to Italy coming up in a couple of months, and I'm going to bring my Ultra Chio X as my travel bag. This is my favorite travel bag for cities, for walking around cities. It's just Primo Supremo. It's great. It's a great Japan travel bag as well. That's the patch that comes with it, Alpha 19er. And this is the stupid size of patch down here that doesn't fit any of my other patches. But I never keep like the bag company patches. Maybe I need to make a ChioX size patch and sell it. Maybe I need to try that. But yeah, Forgive. Dang. Love the ChioX and Ultra. Love it. Let's see here. Cicada Bespoke is very light. Talking about light waxed canvas bags. Yep, absolutely. Christian says Bounce Design Labs has bags produced. That's right. Absolutely. There are bags manufactured in India, but I've done some research. There's 2 large countries in the world that I'm surprised there's not more of a bag culture and more in-country bag brands. One of them's India and one of them's Brazil. India and Brazil. If you really dig into China, and it's a little hard because Chinese websites are sometimes completely inaccessible, like they're on a different internet. But you can look in Brazil and India, and it's just really hard to find any. They're there, but it's just not prominent, and they don't look great. So yeah. Let's see here. I know this isn't a bad thing, but I've noticed you haven't reviewed any Matador bags. Any reason on that? None. No reason. How do I pick what I review, I guess, is a good way to go with this question. And the answer is, and this is probably why you all don't see me very frequently say, oh my God, I don't like this bag. I think this is a terrible bag. This doesn't appeal to me at all. The reason is because I tend to only review things that get me excited and that I'm going to be enthusiastic about. Like this. This is my most recent review, the Bravo Tote version 2.0. Still loaded out, still carrying it. Can't put it down. And rather than just kind of what's the newest thing, so let me review it, it's what am I excited about? What do I care about? What do I think is going to be good that people will be interested in and that I'm interested in? And then it goes up on the channel. And Matador, there's only one bag that ever really almost made me purchase. And I've done one Tortuga bag too. And they're kind of in the same groove for me that I'm just not moved. And I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they're really great bags. Osprey is another one. I've never reviewed an Osprey bag. I probably should, but I just have never been moved by these brands. The Matador one, and I'm going to forget the name of the model, but the one that has the 3 zippers across the front and is broken up into sections, is it the Segway? I can't remember. But that one's kind of interesting to me. So I may at some point review that one. And I think they had a white version of it. So that was appealing. I almost bought that one. Let's see here. Bill says, what's the bag you wished existed but doesn't? Great question. I'd love to see y'all's answer to that one as well. A bag that I wish existed. You know, I guess if I could do anything, I would bring back bags. There's some formats I think that you can still do some interesting things with. Well, I'll give you 2 answers. My first answer is I'd bring back bags that shouldn't have died, like that it's an injustice that they're no longer available. Example, I guess the classic example from this channel is the JanSport Watchtower. I would bring back bags. If I had the power to make a bag exist, I would reach into the past, not into the future. I would reach into the past and bring back bags that I just think it's an injustice that they're not available anymore. And I hate that. I hate that. Whether the company died, like Book, BOOQ, super innovative, dead before its time, probably dead at its time, but why not? Why not bring bags back? The other thing that I wish existed, but doesn't, it kind of does, is like a really nice, super slim laptop bag. I'm talking that thin. And when I say bag, I'm talking a backpack. So we'll see how this Northseeker BYC turns out. I've got hope, but it still looked like it had pocket creep. And I'm talking about like and I know, like, you can go on Amazon and find a slim laptop backpack, super slim. Yep. You can find them on all the sites, AliExpress. I'm talking about like one of these great companies that makes great straps, making something crazy slim. And there are small bags, like the Bullet is small, the CT10 is small. I'm talking about full format, but slim. Just a laptop sleeve and an admin pocket and nice straps. That doesn't really exist out there. Macy, I see. Yep. Rehose, Philippe Roboch. Yep. How could I not? How could I not mention them with bag makers from Europe? How could I not? Rob says, hey, and I'm way behind on these messages. Rob, what's up? Peak Design and Wandered or even Wotencroft are popular here more than GoRuck. Yeah, certainly in Europe for sure. Johnny's hopping on the Ukrainian train, St. Javelin. I'm not sure if they pronounce the J's. St. Javelin, St. Javelin, St. Javelin, St. Javelin. Cappy Pappy says, hey, what's up, Cappy? Do you have a favorite bag that self-stands? Well, I guess my favorite that self-stands right now is right. It's so hard to do this. Right here. The ULA Cicada. That's probably my favorite. Sometimes my Northseekers stand up on their own, no problem. And they are my favorites when they do. The Paco Lab City Carrier is also another one that stands on its own that I really love, but truly stands on its own in every situation with no problem. Bing! The ULA Cicada. Chris Boy says, will you be reviewing the Green Room 136 Metromonger DX? Yes, but I don't know when. But yes, I'm looking forward to reviewing it. I don't have one. But when I do have one, I will review it. I try to review every bag from Green Room 136. They're my favorite bag company. There's only 3 bags right now, not counting some of these one-up editions. There's only 3 bags that I've not reviewed from Green Room 136, and I'm going to try and get them all. Carlos says, just out of curiosity, what's the oldest backpack in your collection? Oh, and by oldest, you mean the one I've had the longest. Because oldest is different. Some of my vintage Japanese bags are the oldest ones in my collection. But the one that I've had the longest, probably that multicolored Green Room 136 Rainmaker right there. That's probably the one that I currently own, backpack, that I've had the longest. I'm just looking around, making sure that I'm not being a liar. Yeah. I'm going to lock that in. Final answer. I think that one, but I'll show you. I went and repurchased the first backpack that I ever owned. It's not the actual one, but it is a version of it. Hold on. If you haven't seen this, it's super cool. 1 second. This is the first backpack that I ever owned. It's from a German brand called Scout. And you can see it stands on its own, by the way. It's got little feet, stands on its own. Exterior pockets, nice grab handle, made out of firm, high quality German plastic. It's got a space motif, so I was rocking interesting fabrics from the very jump. It's got reflection, so I can't get hit by a car when I'm standing waiting for the bus. You press on the reflectors here to release. And inside, look at this. You can customize your class schedule each year. Yeah. So this is not a bottle pocket. It doesn't have bottle pockets. But yeah, that's the one that I actually had was a solid navy blue with a red and white and yellow on it. But that's the bag. I grew up in Germany. My dad was in the service, and so I was a military brat, and that's the first backpack that I ever owned. Every kid on base had one of those backpacks, and you hiked over to the school and hiked back to the barracks, the apartment complexes, the family housing. But that brings back a lot of great memories. So that was my first backpack. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. Johnny also ordered the Cap 2. Alyssa says, with your collab with CT, will the bag be similar to your Sun Bear? Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I did post the other day that there is a collab coming. Okay, so there is a there is a third collab coming. Okay, so there. Obviously, the first collab I ever did was the Sun Bear. The second collab I ever did was the Loculus Elevated. And there is a third and a fourth collab. You heard it here first. Everybody who is here right now, everybody. Breaking news. Yeah, there's going to be 2 collab bags released this year. 2 collabs. One of them has already been teased on Facebook in another group, not by me, but by the maker. And that's the Bounce Design Labs collab. So that is on and it is coming. No timeline yet. The other one, which should be coming first, which should be coming within the next 60 days. The maker that I'm collaborating with has not been announced yet. More to come. But I can say collaborations are coming. I can say I'm doing everything I can to keep prices at affordable places. I can say they will be limited in nature. That's just how this shit works. And the other thing that I can say is I won't take any money, and we will raise money for charity. And you'll be proud of where the money goes from these bags, which is also why we just can't make an infinite amount of these bags, because these companies are for profit. And when they collaborate with me, I force them to be nonprofits, and I force them to donate their profits to charity. So it has to be capped. But all the projects are fun. All the projects are fun. All right. Bill says Brazil has massive import taxes, and so that's why they... How about that? I didn't know that. Well, there you go. There's our answer to why Brazil doesn't have a great bag industry and a great manufacturing bag industry. Kaladin Stormbringer. Oh, bravo. Bravo. I'm a big Brandon Sanderson fan myself. I see you, Kaladin. All right. Kaladin Stormbringer says, missed out on the Metro Runner BYC. That bag looks amazing. There it is. There's mine. It's the Danger Zone bag. The Danger Zone in wax canvas. I haven't reviewed it yet. CT is in the chat. What's up, CT? In the chat. How about that? C Tactical joining us. And Christian says, hey, CT, can you do another collab? All right. Let's see. Bill Hughes says, I'll see if I can make you a nice, well, hell, great. I also want a really nice kind of two-door coupe, British Racing Green with a camel convertible top, if anybody wants to make me one of those. All right. Huey Fiasco says, any bags with unique silhouettes? Huh. You started looking at a lot of rectangular or triangle. Unique silhouettes. Well, I did mention Book, B-O-O-K, and that was protractor shaped. What's the shape of a protractor called? It's like the top part of a circle. It wasn't quite semicircle because it wasn't that tall, but yeah, that bag has a unique silhouette. This one has a unique silhouette. It's still, so this one, yeah, and this is the one that has the quick release mechanism. You just push this button and it pops open. So that's a pretty unique silhouette for sure. Boop. And it's really fun to push that button. This is from Watson. It's kind of and it's very, very hard, and it stands on its own, and it weighs a lot. But that's a very unique bag. So yeah, that's a unique silhouette, but I still think the Book, B-O-O-Q, if you can get those used so cheap, like usually like $70, and they're in fair condition. So if I was looking for a unique silhouette right now, that's what I would be looking at. What overlooked bag companies, from Chris? Hello, Chris. Do you feel has a lot of untapped potential and have the most excitement for? Well, I've been trying to pump up Green Room 136 for 4 years now. So they're pretty high on my list of bag companies that I'm cheering for and hoping are massively successful now and into the future. There's a lot out there that I feel could be bigger. Most of the ones that could be bigger don't actually want to be bigger. They're perfectly happy being small, which is, something I can identify with, honestly. Like, do you want to scale everything in your life, or are you happy making a living? And I think that's a really interesting question. But maybe another way of answering this question is saying, like, who should get more pub? Who should get more attention than they do? One company out there that I think is underrated is Bravo Co. Worldwide. They haven't been making as many bags lately. And I think that's because what they did put out there wasn't well, it was loved, but it never really got that crazy kind of following that some of these other brands do. I also think that another company that could be bigger is, let me see, where we at? Do I have one right behind me? I don't have one right behind me. That's crazy. Anyway, I was going to say Harvest Label. Like when you talk about Japanese bags, folks talk about Porter and Masterpiece nonstop. Harvest Label, for my money, is much better bags. I have a ton of excitement for the future of Harvest Label and the folks that are running that company. So those are a couple that I'm really into and really enjoy their stuff. And then I always think, and Dispatch is not overlooked, but Um, I really, I'm just pulling for those guys because they're so brave in their designs. And if give me a company that's brave with their designs and brave with their colors, I'm in. I'm in for sure. Getting Tube says, do you have a favorite EDC or bag community? This one. This one. Join us over on the subreddit, which is The Perfect Bag. Join us in the comments section here. Join me on Instagram. Most of these places exist on Facebook. I don't have Facebook. I hate Facebook. I hate it. Terrible. Terrible. I hate it. Yeah, I can't. Instagram is almost as bad. I barely tolerate Instagram. Reddit, you can curate a little bit more intentionally. I don't like the way my phone makes me feel, and a lot of that is due to the changes in the world that Facebook has brought about. Other people have run with that torch, but I hate what the internet has done to our culture. This is not about bags. I'm so sorry, but I hate it. I hate how everybody hates each other. I hate how people can't talk to each other anymore. I hate how you have to be this or that, and there's no gray area, and you have to hate the other person. And it's just, I just can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. And so I'm not on Facebook, so I'm not in any of those groups. I've been in some of those groups in the past. I don't like in general the finite definition of what's good and what's not good that comes out of those groups sometimes. The good brands and the not good brands, the good bags and the not good bags. This is cool. This is not cool. I don't like that. And I think it drives groupthink rather than driving variety and discovery, which is what it could drive. Many baggers on Reddit, to pick one that's not mine, I think is the best that's out there. Huge ton of variety, a good mix of people who are deep into the collecting and people who are just, I'm going to college. What backpack should I buy? And I love that. It seems like more of a slice of life than the kind of deep in collector stuff and conversations that starts to turn, this bag sucks, this bag's good. Because if I was in some of those groups and subscribe to the way of thinking of some of those groups, this whole freaking wall behind me would be GoRuck bags. I don't particularly like GoRuck bags. I'm not talking about you, Skate Ruck. I love you. I'm not talking about you. All right. See how many people left when I started talking about the internet. Klint, for a slim bag, have you seen the Air Slim Pack? I have seen it. I haven't tried it. Huh. Johnny Boy, thanks. Yeah. I don't know why I haven't tried it. I've got some airbags here that I need to try. Hold on one second. I'm coming back. Hold on. I'm coming back. I've got this. This is the Travel Pack 4 in Ultra. You may have seen every single channel in the known universe review it last week. I haven't actually had a chance to use it yet, so I'm not going to. Yeah, but I like Air. I generally have. I mean, my only beef with Air is Air. There's more than one color in the universe, and yes, I know you added a brown bag. Bravo, green, gray, brown. Just branch out. Those Porsche bags, Air, were baller. You really did something there. The yellow one, the gray one, and the red one. Do more color. CT drops in the chat. You heard somebody called us. Is that you? We thought it may be time to do something crazy together. Let's see. We've got Seraph. Klint, because of you, my interest in Japanese bags started. Was visiting Japan last October and was able to grab. I think you sent me a picture of that. 30th anniversary 70XX. Damn, I'm so jealous. For those of you who don't know, that 30th anniversary edition, that was multicolor. And so it's the 70XX, which is a gorgeous bag. It's the backpack that looks like a vest on the front, split down the middle. It's super cool. And they made it in green and blue and black with orange details. Baller. So jealous. So jealous. And I was not in Japan. And at that time, Harvest Label was not shipping to the US. Macy says you should put the Scout on your wall. That's a good idea. I've got it hanging on the other wall. You all never see the other wall. There's bags over there too. And there's a whole shelf of bags over there. That's the bag stocks. There's a whole closet of bags over there. But there's bags on every wall of the studio room. Yeah, I should put that on the wall. CT says you made too much noise. Everybody called me and asked if there's something new. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Sir, you have success to... All right. Green room. Got another customer. Chris says, love the creativity coming out of Harvest Label. Dang, me too. Me too. Hello, Mr. Klint. Have you gotten your hands on the CT14 Plus yet? We've really been looking forward to this product, but it's out of stock. Don't hate me. Yes, I have my hands on it. My grubby little hands are on it right now. And I haven't tested it yet. More to come. I need to actually use the bag before I do a review. But yes, I've got my hands on it. I'm excited to have my hands on it. And yes, it's out of stock. And yes, it seems like from their Instagram posts that they are well aware that people want the bag. And I'm sure they're all over that. What are your favorite patches to put on your bags? Somebody play some music. Because my favorite patches to put on my bags are my patches. But seriously, you can get those patches over on Etsy. But seriously, I like nerdy patches the best. Like the more obscure, the better. That would be my answer. Is like up here, I just added a Michelangelo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle patch. This is My Neighbor Totoro as Bucky. That's a Shore Trooper from Star Wars. I like nerd patches where I can fly my nerd flag. We got a $9.99 super chat. Hold on. Scientist Solarian, I'll get to you in just a second here, and we will celebrate that super chat. Let's see here. Bill says 100% with you, Facebook and most. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. What's been the most comfortable harness system on a backpack? Something for an office setting without too much tacticalness. Okay. Brown Buffalo's high up there for me. The Brown Buffalo, really comfortable. You can't get it anymore. I don't know why. Economics are tough. But the Bounce Design Labs Nexus, it's very comfortable, like pillowy comfortable. The Paco Lab, very hard to get, but very comfortable. Those are very comfortable, and the straps are good, but also like it's the combination of great straps with a great cushioned back panel. And it, like if I'm looking at something that's perfect, this is where GoRuck kind of falls down for me. The back panels they never feel great. Not floofy and cushy like this city carrier is. Azo equipment is insanely good. The harnesses and the back panels, like over the top, insanely good. But also, I mean, freaking good luck, right? Getting one of those bags. So those would be my top ones. The ones that I just mentioned, and then I love Green Room 136 harnesses, but you just do have to know that you're getting a very heavy bag when you're getting a Green Room 136 bag. So the harness better be good. Scientist Solarian with $10. Thank you. That's really, really kind. I really, really appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. I found you a couple of weeks ago. I'm having a blast going through the videos. There's a lot of them. There's a lot. There's like 700 videos. It's a lot of videos. My wallet is a bit lighter, but going down the bag nerd rabbit hole. Thank you. I mean, my advice, you didn't ask for it. My advice is don't buy almost everything. Like use the videos to explore and appreciate the variety that's out there in the world. Get a couple of bags that you like. And then if you want to change, bring in something new and sell something that you have. Okay. And you're never going to make your money back. You just aren't. But let's say you bought a $250 bag. Use it. Have fun with it. And if you want to try something else in a year and a half, don't feel bad about it. Sell your $250 bag. Get $180 for it. And then your new bag, it's like the iPhone upgrade program. Just you're enrolling in a backpack upgrade program. Every 2 years, you get a new backpack. We're going to pay you via Poshmark or eBay for your old backpack. It's in used condition. It still turns on. Great. We'll pay you. We'll take a percentage of that, and you'll get 50, 60, 65% of your purchase price back to put towards your new backpack. If that makes you feel better. All right. So whatever came of your experience learning to make your own bag? Do you find yourself designing and making bags still? No. But yes. Half and half to that. Half and half. And I see that Kylas has to go. Thank you, Kylas, for the hangout. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So I had an absolute freaking blast. I made this bag. This bag. I made that. I made it. It's good. It's good because Doug was standing over my shoulder saying, oh, no. Do that again. Oh, no. Do I think I could learn it? Like really learn it? Because I did it, but doing it once, even nose to tail like I did it, I wouldn't pretend that I could make a bag again. And I intentionally chose that experience because it was an industrial setting and I wanted to see how bags were made industrially. I don't have anything industrial at my house, bag-wise. But do I still design bags? All the time. All the time. I'm constantly sketching bags. I'm constantly, hitting up Nano Banana and making some bags. I'm constantly daydreaming about bags and playing around with different colorways and iterations. And what about this? I mean, some of the makers who are in the chat right now, I'm constantly sending them pictures of bags that I think they should make and saying, what about this? And they're like, ha, Clint, stop sending us this crap, please. We're going to block you. But seriously, I'm constantly designing bags. So I don't think I'll ever be a craftsperson making bags. It's just not my skill set. But I will always have an opinion on design. What is that cool looking red backpack to my left? This one? That one? I think you're talking about this one. That is from Azo Equipment, and it is a custom rabble or rabel. I've never really learned how to say it, but it's a rabble, R-A-B-E-L. And it is a fully custom bag made from 6 different colors of Hallie Stevenson's wax canvas. And I love that bag. It's called Jewels. I call that bag Jewels. I name my bags that I love, because a named sword is a special sword. A named bag is a special bag. So these bags that have names, they mean a lot to me. Jules means a lot to me. So Jules is a special bag from Azo Equipment, and I highly recommend Azo Equipment used. Because if you do buy new, especially a custom bag, you're going to be paying $800 to $1,000. I hope my wife's not watching. That was almost $1,000. And just a gorgeous bag. Let me see. It's been a while since I've shown you all Jules. Oh, by the way, that's what the wall looks like with no bags on it. I installed a grid system. These are not hooks on the wall anymore like they used to be. There's a floor to ceiling grid system on that wall. But this is Jules. You can see the ultra stretch pockets. You can see the dope as hell back panel here and harness system. And then inside, it is just better than you could imagine. How fucking cool is that? So fun. So fun. Freaking love it. Oh, I just knocked my hook down, so we're just gonna have to deal with there being a hole in the wall right there. I'll do this the whole rest of the video, but there's a hole in the wall. Sorry about that. All right, we're running low on time. Let me go through rapid fire, lightning round time. Loving my CT10 and Ultra. Top 3 bag fabrics of all time for me. In no particular order, please. Yes. Hallie Stevenson's wax canvas. Cordura, 1000D or less. The really high D Corduras feel a little bit like old school Samsonite bags to me, like that your teacher would roll around behind them from that they bought at Staples. So Cordura and Hallie Stevenson's wax canvas and EcoPack. Johnny Boy says my favorite recent bag purchase is the Arc'teryx Mantis. That's another company I've never reviewed. I've never even used an Arc'teryx bag. I mean, I've picked them up at a store, but I've never bought one. You rarely see it on bag reviewers' lists. Why? I'll tell you why. It's not on my list because I've just never bought one. It's not on most reviewers' lists because they don't have an affiliate program. Truth. All right. Recommendation for a sling small messenger like the amazing D4 bag that you showed, but you're on the larger size, 6'4", 260. Okay, you're bigger than me. I'm 6'2", 200. So you need a longer strap. Two things. One, look for a bag that has a removable strap. That way you can get any bag that you like, and all you have to do is go buy a different strap that works for your torso. Okay, so I wouldn't pick the bag based on the strap length. I would pick a bag that has a removable strap and then go get a strap, just a 2-inch nylon, seatbelt nylon strap off Amazon that is long enough for your torso. One that I really like, and you said is the D4 bag removable. Hold on, it's right behind me. 1 second. I honestly can't remember. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's got a gate clip on it, so it's not quite as easy as one with just a little clippy. Another one you might want to look at is the Dapper satchel from Bounce Design Labs. It's also got a lot of pocketing. I really like that bag. It's up over here in the very corner. It's a little square satchel. And that one you can just clip any strap onto with no difficulty at all. So that's another option that I think you may enjoy. Chow Mein dropping a $4.99 super chat. Thank you. You got the STM. Me too. It's on the wall. Your only complaint is the small water bottle. Yeah. Similar bag recommendation, or should you customize? Do you have somebody who could customize it for you? Well, Ken Walker could do it for you. Similar bag, yeah, but it doesn't have water bottles either. It doesn't even have them at all. I'll have to think on that. Chow Mein, send me a message. Do you have Instagram? Send me a message on Instagram. We'll talk about it. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Hit me up on Instagram. We'll figure it out. We'll talk it through. Beyond the basics like comfort. That's a big one. 3 features ideal backpack must have. Comfort's a pretty big one. I would say for me to love a backpack, it has to fit my torso, which means it has to be a little bit longer than some bags are. So it has to fit my torso. You'll see most of these bags are of a certain length that I love. And then, so it has to be of a certain length. The Cicada is like the smallest bag that I can comfortably wear, and not feel silly. And then I like a really nice quick access pocket that will hold my AirPods and keys and phone, that is easy to get to. It's got to be easy to get to. That's 2. And then probably color. You all know I don't want or like plain black bags. Yeah. Any thoughts on the current state of Tom Ben? Recently saw a Cynic Guides edition, Ursa color, and got immediately. Yeah, the guide edition are great. I've heard a lot of people say Tom Ben quality has gone down. I got the yellow X-Pack bag from them. I thought it was fine. I know that they started building some bags outside of the country, and they got a lot of blowback from their customer base on that. I got no problem with it. Most of my favorite bags are not built in the USA. So yeah, I don't know. I think their bags are probably still in the top 1/3 of bags out there. It's just on whether or not you like your pocketing on the outside or your pocketing on the inside, and whether or not you really like their system of O-rings and clippies and stuff, or whether that just isn't your thing. They're not my favorite bags, but the guide edition, they do look great. They do look great. I do wish more companies used colored zippers as a way to distinguish their product. Everybody uses black zippers or silver zippers, rarely silver zippers, if I'm being honest. Everybody likes the black zipper, but those khaki or coyote zippers, they look great. So yeah. Let's see. Somewhere out there. We love you, Klint. I love you. Definitely joining on your community projects. Great. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to raise some money. We're going to do some good. Christian owns some Harvest Label stuff because of me. Glad to fuel your Harvest Label purchasing problems. The best fully custom backpack makers if you wanted to commission one. Azo is the best. There's a lot of people who'll be mad that I say that because they've had really bad experiences. I have not had really bad experiences. Azo makes the best bags. That's been my experience. I'm about to do a video on this bag, which was completely fully custom and much cheaper. So more to come very soon, within the next 2 weeks on that bag. Okay. So more to come. I promise, Blitz. I'm not just teasing you. It's just more to come. What sites do you get your patches on? I'm going to pass on that one, Christian, because I have a whole video on it. So look up patches on the channel and you'll find a whole video on the sites that I use. Any news on the Imbaru Raven? I know about that bag, but I don't know much about that bag at all. So Instagram, I think, is the best source of information on it. but I didn't buy one. I haven't been following along. I don't know if they've shipped and people have them, like literally no clue. Johnny, $5. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your passion and knowledge with the carry community. You know, I don't pretend to be the most knowledgeable person. I don't, but I do love bags. And you're welcome for sharing my passion. You're welcome for sharing the knowledge that I do have. And thank you for watching. All right. We've got to stop. We've got to stop. So, everybody, thank you. I appreciate you joining. Did I cover everything I said I was going to cover? Collabs are coming. Check. Got a new wax canvas bag that I'm reviewing soon. Check. The air review will be coming whenever I get to it. Check. The Chio X in Ultra is just as good as the Chio X in every other material and better because it's sexy. NJNP1, how much profit have you made with the Fyro? That ain't me, my guy. I'm sorry, that's Aaron. He makes the Fyro. I do not make the Fyro. So that's Aaron from Nomads Nation. But we're both incredibly good-looking people, so I understand you mixing that up. The only other thing that I was going to do tonight, and those of you who have stuck around to the very end, you get a treat. I told y'all I had a bag that is completely unlike anything else that I've ever reviewed. I'm going to give you a little tease. I'm not going to give you a ton of details, but the review is coming very, very soon. Like next week. Next week, you'll get a review on this. All right. Are you ready? It's just going to be a little tease. Everybody, thanks as always for the love and support. The super chats were very kind of you. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. All the sources of money that this channel brings in, well, they go to keep the channel going. This ain't my job. And so to be able to afford to continue to bring the content to y'all, the support means everything. The likes, the comments, the shares. Thank you very, very much. We'll see you next time, everybody. New video tomorrow at some point, and then 2 videos next week. We'll keep up on the 2 videos every single week schedule for the rest of this year. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. I had a blast with you. See you soon. Bye for now.